उनको रिहा कराया जा रहा है। तो प्रधानमंत्री जुलाई में जब रशिया के दौरे पे गए तो वहाँ पर उन्होंने भी इस मुद्दे को उठाया राष्ट्रपति पुतिन से, और तब से 35 लोग भारतीय नागरिक जो रूसी सेना में भर्ती थे उनको रिहा कराया गया है। उससे पहले 10 और लोग थे जिनको रिहा कराया गया था, डिस्चार्ज हो गए थे। तो कुल मिलाकर 45 लोग जो हैं वो हमारे नागरिक, उनको रूसी फ़ौज से रिहा कर दिया गया है। उनमें से 6 लोग, आपको जैसे कि पता होगा कि 6 लोग 2 दिन पहले भारत वापस आए थे, उनके आने का इंतज़ाम भारतीय दूतावास ने किया था, और कुछ और लोग हैं जो वहाँ पर आने वाले दिनों में जल्द ही वापस आएंगे। और जहाँ तक आपका सवाल था किन राज्यों से हैं, तो ये जो लोग हैं 45 लोग वो अलग अलग राज्य से हैं, कोई उत्तर से है, कोई दक्षिण से है, अलग अलग राज्य से हैं। तो कुल मिलाकर 45 लोग को रिहा कर दिया गया, और हम लोग का मानना है कि 51 लोग और हैं जो कि वहाँ पर अभी रूसी सेना में हैं, जिनके डिस्चार्ज के लिए हम लोग लगातार रूसी सरकार से, रूसी अथॉरिटी से बातचीत हमारी चल रही है। So, this particular issue of Indians, nationals who've been recruited in the Russian army and they want to be released, we have taken up this matter with the Russian side. We have been informing you of the developments. In July, when our Prime Minister traveled to Russia, he also took up the matter with President Putin. And since Prime Minister's visit, 35 Indian nationals have been discharged. Prior to that, prior to July, his visit, 10 Indian nationals had been discharged. So 45 Indian nationals have been discharged so far. Several of them have come back. 6 of them came back 2 days ago, and several others would be shortly coming back. There are 50 odd Indian nationals who are still with the Russian army, for whom we are trying our best to get them discharged as early as possible. So that is the situation. Uma, on your question, I also, as I was coming into the press conference, I read a report that an Israeli national of Indian origin has died. We will get more details. You also have the same details which I have, but if you want more on that account, but what I have been told is that he is an Israeli national. So that is what I have been able to gather from our people. Is she? Indian workers. Oh, okay. Rishabh, your question regarding the Indian workers who've traveled, we've seen some reports which came out recently. Under the G2G agreement, 800 Indian workers have traveled to Israel in recent months, and as per information that has been provided to us by the Israeli side, most of the Israeli companies are satisfied with the working of Indian workers. I would also like to let you know that the recruitment process of these Indian workers who travel to Israel, their testing of skills, their suitability, all this is decided by the Israeli side themselves. Their agency PIBA, which came here for the recruitment, looked at all these issues. Further, when Indian workers travel to Israel, they also have to undergo pre-induction training. They also have to go some professional tests so that they are able to undertake their professional requirements. We are given to understand that some Indian workers face some language issues, some communication issues, and some related matters. But we understand that these have now been resolved, and these were these are teething issues which happen when you have a new initiative. But this is our understanding, and as per our information, that those initial issues, teething issues, have now been resolved. I would like to also point you out to the detailed response which has been put out by the National Skills Development Corporation on this issue, as also the Israeli embassy has put out or responded in this matter. So if you could look at that. Since we are referring to a particular media report, I would like to say here and clarify that this particular media report mentions that B2B arrangement is being overseen by MEA. This is factually not correct. Overall, Indian workers are satisfied and the Israeli companies are satisfied with this arrangement. Yeshi?
Yeshi Seli from the New Indian Express. This question is on Bangladesh. Our High Commissioner in Dhaka met the advisor on commerce and trade. Is there any hope of revival of trade between India and Bangladesh and the projects that India had sought to establish? Also, is there any official communique on Quad being swapped by the US, and will India host it next year?
Pranay?
सर, बांग्लादेश की पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री शेख हसीना को 1 महीने से ज़्यादा का वक्त भारत में हो चुका है और बांग्लादेश से जो रिपोर्ट्स आई हैं उसमें वो एक्सट्रेडिशन की बात कई बार वहाँ के कई ऑफिशियल्स की तरफ से की गई है। क्या भारत के पास में कोई ऑफिशियल या नोट वर्बाल या कोई ऐसा कम्युनिकेशन मिला है इस संदर्भ में? और शेख हसीना का ऑफिशियल स्टेटस क्या है? क्या पॉलिटिकल असाइलम का कोई स्टेटस है उनका या कुछ मूव किया है? और एक क्लैरिफिकेशन कि क्या वो कितने समय तक भारत में रह सकती हैं, इसको लेके कोई डिप्लोमेटिक लिमिटेशंस हैं क्या?
Yeah.
So, Pia with the print. Earlier this week, the Chinese state-run media outlet Global Times published an op-ed titled India's Diplomacy Has a Jaishankar Problem, and it made a lot of accusations against India's foreign minister, including that he has negatively impacted reconciliation efforts between the two countries. They then took down this op-ed. Does the ministry have any comment on this?
Neeraj?
सर नमस्कार, मैं नीरज दुबे प्रभा साक्षी से। मेरा सवाल जम्मू कश्मीर विधानसभा चुनाव को लेकर है। सर, यूके में कुछ संगठनों ने भारत के खिलाफ दुष्प्रचार करते हुए कुछ आरोप भी लगाए, पाकिस्तानी एजेंडा को आगे बढ़ाया, जिसके जवाब में भारतीय समुदाय ने भी वहाँ पे प्रदर्शन किया है लंदन में। तो अभी क्योंकि समय है, प्रचार में चल रहा है, तो पाकिस्तान की तरफ से इस तरह के दुष्प्रचार और चलाए जाएंगे। भारत सरकार का क्या कहना है सर इस दुष्प्रचार अभियान पर?
Hello?
So, Kalul from The Hindu. My question is regarding the Adani project in Godda, because there are reports both from here as well as from Bangladesh indicating that the government of Bangladesh is going to review the Godda power project. But do you think the government of Bangladesh is within its rights to review the project with the Adani group? Or, and also, I mean, do you think that